Hiya, it's me, Galen's Parkinson's. I want some help today, please. If you can. I've got some figures that I'm starting, if you look back some of the old videos, to put together figures I'd almost discarded. These are figures I bought from 1974 onwards, and as I changed clubs, I met different people, I got involved in different things, and so a lot of the older Dungeons and Dragons figures pretty much went into cardboard boxes and fell by the wayside. Now I have realised how stupid I was. But as the people would come with new figures, oh, I've got a new giant, so you replace your old giant. Seems a bit sad. So I'm on a journey of rediscovering all my old figures that have been hidden away in cardboard boxes, gosh, since I would say at least 1998. And I would say a lot of these figures were probably bought between the time I started playing Dungeons and Dragons, which was 1978 when it first arrived in the UK, until probably 85, 86, when I began to do more Warhammer and 40k and play games like Necromunda, and where the Warhammer elves and dwarfs and fantasy figures began to replace the old miniature figurines, Hinchcliffe, Grenadier type figures that I'd already got. So, and then when the Lord of the Rings Hobbit films came out, I replaced a lot of my goblins with goblins from the film. And now I wish I hadn't, and I'm digging things out. But I've forgotten. I'm an old man. I'm an old man. I forgot what they are. So I'm going to show you some stuff, and I suppose a few things. One, I hope you like it. I hope you look at it and go, oh, stuff were dead good in the old days. That'd be nice. Or two, well, that's interesting, but I wouldn't use it. Or what I really want to know is three, who made it and when did they make it? And have you got the same figures that you're still playing with today? I suppose that's the nub of the very video. I'm going to go on now and show you some figures. I'm going to start off with this character very close in so that you can have a view of the detail, particularly of the face. Now, as I come out, you can see the whole figure. To me, that's clearly an orc. It's got a huge club, which is little more than a log. He's wearing a sort of a waistcoat, and he's got trousers. So it's not like he's naked or anything. Now let's go back in now and see what we think. I can get even closer on the face if I do that. Oh, there he is. I don't know who he is, and because of the way he's based on a 2p, I don't actually know who made him. I've had him such a long time. I really would love to know the sort of model. What year was he being played with? When was he most likely to appear in a dungeon or in a fantasy game? This figure I've based almost identically to the large orc. He's on a 2p. The 2p is early 80s. I would imagine the mid-80s. I've done that view because he is, as you can see, and he was sold as a Cyclops. I didn't find a figure with two eyes and just put one eye in the middle. He was actually sold as a Cyclops. If he'd had two eyes, he would have been a Bicyclops. And if he'd had three eyes, he would have been a Tricyclops. So I'm going to come back now and let you see. I have to keep moving the camera, tilting it a bit as well, otherwise you're not going to see everything. There, that's about the same size. He's got, again, a club. His clothing looks very similar to the previous figure. He's got a crude sort of skin clothing. He's got some nice pronounced rips in it that allow you to paint the skin beneath, which I thought was a nice touch. If I put him next to the first figure, you can see a lot of similarities in size and musculature. And so again, if we start in really close in, I'm certain this is a werewolf. He's got when I come out, you'll see he's got the remnants of trousers, and he's actually got, let me see how well I can do this. He's got the remnants, look, of shoes. Now he's based slightly differently. He's in a slaughter base, which I know gives him a certain year. And I'm certain. I'm as certain as I am ever about anything that he's Games Workshop. His tail. So I've had him again probably about the same time as the goblins, the orc and the Cyclops. And the more I think about these figures, the more convinced I become that I got them in the earlier part of the 1980s. I would say before 1985, but that might be absolutely wildly inaccurate. This young fella, my lad, is slightly different to our previous two contenders, in as much as he has kindly provided us with a date. So on the bottom of the metal base, it definitely says 1979. You see, I suppose I could research this online. I could try all sorts of search engines. I could ask people. I could look in books. The whole point of doing this with us together, it feels like we've gone to the pub and we've got a bit of neck oil. Well, got some neck oil. Here we go. And we're showing each other our figures, and we talk about, oh, can you remember I had one of them? Oh, I just saw it. There was this dead old manky bloke with whiskers, and he had a big giant, and it looked like this with a big bonker. And we're all chatting about it. The only difference, I suppose, is the chat's fairly delayed by how quick the comments come. Some of you might be commenting after I'm dead. Some days the way things are going, I don't be too long. So if you want to comment quick. Ta-ra, Chuck!